Who has become the first Indian astronaut to visit the International Space Station? Correct option is B. Shubhanshu Shukla. Which Indian state is set to establish its first ever nuclear power plant? Correct option is D. Bihar. Which state has become the first in India to make robotics education compulsory for all class 10 students? Right option is A. Kerala. In which city were India's first hydrogen fuel cell buses launched in June? Right option is B. Ladakh. Which country has recently unveiled the world's first 3D printed train station? Correct option is D. Japan. Which has become India's first fully solar-powered district in June? Correct option is C. Diu. India's first overpass wildlife corridor has been built on which expressway? Right option is B. Delhi-Mumbai Expressway. Who has become the first woman fighter pilot of the Indian Navy? Right option is D. Astha Punia. Which state in India approved the first dedicated policy for shipbuilding, ship repair, and ship recycling? Correct option is C. Maharashtra. In which year will India conduct its first fully digital census, including caste enumeration? Correct option is B. In 2027. Where is India's first e-waste recycling eco-park being established in June? Correct option is B. Delhi. Where was Asia's first vertical lift span railway bridge named Pamban Bridge inaugurated recently? Right option is B. Tamil Nadu. Which expressway has become the first to be equipped with AI-powered advanced traffic management system in India? Correct option is C. Dwarka Expressway. Which is the first legislative assembly in India to be fully powered by solar energy as of May? Correct option is C. Delhi Assembly. Which state's police registered the first EFIR through email? Right option is B. Jammu and Kashmir. Which state has launched Creatorland, India's first transmedia entertainment city? Right option is C. Andhra Pradesh. Which state was certified as the first fully organic state in India? Right option is B. Sikkim. Which state has become the first state to implement SC Classification Act? Correct option is D. Telangana. Which state has become the first to implement Unified Pension Scheme for its government employees? Correct option is B. Uttarakhand. Which state became the first to connect all urban bodies with mobile e-voting? Right option is A. Bihar. Where will India's first private helicopter assembly line by TESOL and Airbus be set up? Right option is C. Karnataka. Which state will become the first Indian state to launch its own satellite? Correct option is C. Assam. Where is India's first maintenance depot for Vande Bharat trains under construction? Correct option is A. Jodhpur, Rajasthan. Where will India's first underwater museum in Guldar be established? Correct option is C. Maharashtra. Where is the first Hockey India Masters Cup 2025 being held? Right option is B. Tamil Nadu. Which state has become the first in India to have a translation system in the Legislative Assembly? Right option is C. Uttar Pradesh. Which state government collaborated with Indian Railways to launch India's first Wisdom Jungle Safari train? Correct option is D. Uttar Pradesh. Where has the country's first white tiger breeding center established? Correct option is B. Madhya Pradesh. Who has become the first woman officer of CISF to scale Mount Everest in May? Correct option is B. Geeta Samota. Which city has become India's first solar city? Right option is A. Sanchi. Where has Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurated the country's first transshipment port, Vizhinjam International Port, in May? Correct option is C. Thiruvananthapuram, Kerala. Which African country will be the first to implement India's UPI system? Right option is A. Namibia. India's first aquatech park was launched at Bagibri Sonpur in which state? Correct option is C. Assam. Which company became the first publicly listed company in the world to reach a market valuation of $4 trillion in July? Correct option is D. Nvidia. Which country became the first in the world to launch a traditional knowledge digital library? Right option is B. India. Which city became India's first beggar-free city in May? Right option is B. Indore. Under which scheme has India's first electric truck incentive scheme been launched? Correct option is D. PM eDrive. What is the name of India's first indigenously designed and constructed DSV ship delivered to the Indian Navy? Correct option is B. Insnista. Which has become the first Indian state to use facial recognition in the public distribution system? Correct option is D. Himachal Pradesh. Who has become the first Indian woman cricketer to score centuries in all 3 international formats? Correct option is D. Smriti Mandhana. Where did India launch its first physical UPI-powered bank branch in July? Right option is A. Bangalore. Which state has become the first fully literate state in India? Correct option is A. Mizoram. Which handmade ancient stitched blank ship was inducted by the Indian Navy in May? Right option is B. INSV Kaundinya. Who has recently become the first Indian to run 100 meters in less than 10.2 seconds? Correct option is A. Animesh Gujur. Who has become the first woman and the first African to be elected as President of International Olympic Committee? Correct option is C. Kirsty Coventry. Who recently received approval to launch India's first private satellite broadband service? Right option is A. Anant Tech. Which fintech firm launched India's first UPI-based credit card and UPI-driven bank branch? Right option is D. Slice. Which country has become the first to officially recognize the Taliban government? Correct option is B. Russia. Which state will establish India's first AI university? Correct option is D. Maharashtra. Where will the first ever Khelo India Water Sports Festival be held? Right option is C. Shinga. Where was India's first commercial hydrogen-powered bus launched? Right option is A. Leh. Where is the Arlam Wildlife Sanctuary, now declared as India's first butterfly sanctuary, located? Right option is C. Kerala. India's first indigenously developed photonic radar has been developed by which organization? Correct option is B. DRDO. Where was India's first wooden Gurudwara opened recently? Correct option is B. Punjab. Which Indian state became the first to join the Cruise Bharat mission to boost cruise tourism? Correct option is A. Gujarat. Which union territory recently hosted its first ever Astro-Tourism Festival in June? Right option is D. Ladakh. Where did Dr. Jitendra Singh inaugurate India's first national biobank in July? Right option is C. New Delhi. In which state has India's first green data center been established? Correct option is C. Uttar Pradesh. Which city is set to establish India's first quantum computing valley by January 2026? Correct option is D. Amravati. Who has become the first Indian to complete NASA's International Air and Space Program? Correct option is C. Janvi Dangeti. Where has recently Adani established India's first off-grid green hydrogen pilot plant? Correct option is B. Kutch, Gujarat. Which state government has launched India's first yoga policy? Correct option is A. Uttarakhand. Which cities have become the first Indian cities to be accredited as wetland cities under the Ramsar Convention? Correct option is D. Both A and B, Udaipur and Indore. Which bank has recently partnered with Indian Railways to install India's first ATM on a train? Correct option is B. Bank of Maharashtra. Which is India's first integrated flood forecasting platform to strengthen disaster response mechanism in India? Correct option is D. Seaflood. Which city is the host of first ever regional dialogue on social justice? Correct option is C. New Delhi. Which state has become the first to legalize right to die with dignity? Correct option is A. Karnataka. Which Indian state launched the Rajaji Rati Biosphere, that is country's first biosphere in a tiger reserve? Correct option is B. Uttarakhand. Who became the first Indian lawyer to honor the 2025 World Law Congress? Correct option is D. Bhuvan Ribhu. Which state has become the first state to launch its own climate change mission? Correct option is A. Tamil Nadu. Who has recently become the first country in the world to develop genome-edited rice varieties? Correct option is B. India. Which country is going to build first deep-water space station in South China Sea? Correct option is D. China. Goneri village has been declared the first biodiversity heritage site of which state? Correct option is C. Gujarat. Who has recently launched the world's first crypto tourism payment system? Correct option is D. Bhutan. Which country performed the world's first successful pig kidney transplant in a human? Correct option is A. United States. Which country has launched the world's first 6G device? Correct option is B. Japan. Where is Yala Glacier located, which is recently declared Asia's first dead glacier? Correct option is A. Nepal. Which country launched the world's first wooden satellite named Lignasat using SpaceX's rocket? Correct option is C. Japan. Where was India's first bio-bitumen highway inaugurated? Correct option is C. Nagpur, Maharashtra. What is the name of India's first anti-pesticide bodysuit designed to protect farmers from harmful pesticide exposure? Correct option is B. Kisan Kavach. Who has launched India's first AI data bank to strengthen national security and innovation? Correct option is D. Jitendra Singh. What is the name of the world's first government-funded multimodal large language model recently launched by India? Correct option is B. Bharatchan. Recently, which country has launched its first space agency, Korea Aerospace Administration? Correct option is C. South Korea. Recently, who has ranked first in raising the maximum funds through IPO in the world? Correct option is C. India. Which country launched the world's first methane-fueled space rocket? Correct option is B. China. Which city has been selected to host the first Olympic Sports Games in 2027? Correct option is D. Saudi Arabia. who has become the first female cricketer to banned on corruption charges? Correct option is A. Sohaili Akhtar. Which country has started its first space defense exercise named Antariksh Abhyas 2024? Correct option is C. India. Where is India's first green data center being established? Correct option is A. Uttar Pradesh. Which Indian state has become the first to implement TB death prediction model? Correct option is B. Tamil Nadu. Where in India first underwater metro train service started? Correct option is D. Kolkata. Which country has approved Cottam Baby, the first malaria treatment for newborns? Correct option is D. Switzerland. Where was India's first Namo Bharat Rapid Rail launched that connects Ahmedabad and Bhuj? Correct option is B. Gujarat. India has launched its first 3-nanometer chip design centers in which cities? Correct option is A. Noida and Bangalore. Who has recently inaugurated India's first agriculture hackathon in Pune? Correct option is C. Ajit Pawar. Which state has become the first to start Rural Cricket League? Correct option is A. Bihar. Who was elected as the 15th Vice President of India in September? Correct option is B. C.P. Radhakrishnan. Who has recently been appointed as the Executive Director of the International Monetary Fund? Correct option is A. Urjit Patel. Who has recently been appointed as the Director General of Railway Protection Force? Correct option is C. Sonali Mishra. Who has recently been appointed as the new Director of Vikram Sarabhai Space Centre? Right option is D. Dr. A. Rajarajan. Who was appointed as the 52nd Chief Justice of India on 14th May? Right option is B. Justice B.R. Gavai. Who has recently been appointed as the Vice President and Chief Risk Officer of the BRICS New Development Bank? Correct option is C. Rajiv Ranjan. Who was appointed as the Chairman of the Indian Space Research Organisation in January? Correct option is D. V. Narayanan. Who has recently been appointed the head coach of the senior men's national football team? Right option is B. Khalid Jamil. Who has recently been appointed as the next Secretary of Research and Analysis Wing in June? Right option is A. Parag Jain. Who was recently appointed as the Chairman of the Fertilizer Association of India? Correct option is D. Sailesh C. Mehta. Who has recently been reappointed as the Director of the Intelligence Bureau? Correct option is C. Tapan Kumar Deka. Who has been elected as the President of International Big Cat Alliance in June? Right option is D. Bhupendra Yadav. Who has been appointed as the new Chairman of Union Public Service Commission? Right option is A. Dr. Ajay Kumar. Who has taken over as the Commander-in-Chief of the Andaman and Nicobar Command? Right option is B. Dinesh Singh Rana. Who is the current Chairman of the Defence Research and Development Organisation? Correct option is B. Samir V. Kamath. Who has been appointed as the President of the BRICS Chamber of Commerce and Industry? Correct option is A. Harvansh Chawla. Who has been appointed as the President of Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank? Correct option is B. Zhou Jiyai. Recently, Luis Montenegro has again become the Prime Minister of which country in June? Correct option is C. Portugal. Who has recently been reappointed as the Director of Central Bureau of Investigation? Right option is D. Praveen Sood. Who has recently been appointed as the first woman Vice-Chancellor of the Indira Gandhi National Open University? Right option is B. Uma Kanjilal, who has recently been appointed as the private secretary of PM Narendra Modi in April. Right option is C. Nidhi Tiwari, who has recently appointed as the new CEO of International Cricket Council. Correct option is A. Sanjog Gupta, who has been appointed as the executive chairperson of the National Legal Services Authority in May. Correct option is C. Justice Suryakant, who has been appointed as the new governor of the Reserve Bank of India. Correct option is A. Sanjay Malhotra, who has been appointed as the Chief Justice of Manipur High Court in May. Right option is B. K. Somshekhar, who has been appointed as the new chairman of National Highways Authority of India. Right option is D. Santosh Kumar Yadav, who has been appointed as the chairman of the Indian Banks Association. Right option is D. Challa Srinivasulu Setty, who took charge as the new Chief Election Commissioner of India on 19th February. Correct option is C. Gyanesh Kumar, who was appointed the new president of the Asian Development Bank. Correct option is A. Masato Kanda, who has been appointed as the chairperson of the National Financial Reporting Authority in July. Right option is C. Nitin Gupta, who has been reappointed as the chairman of Central Board of Direct Taxes for 1 year. Correct option is D. Ravi Agrawal, who appointed as the Principal Secretary Second to the Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Correct option is B. Shaktikanta Das, who became as the new Chief Minister of Delhi on 20th February. Correct option is A. Rekha Gupta, who has been appointed as the chairman of the Insurance Regulatory and Development Authority of India in July. Correct option is B. Ajay Seth, who has been appointed as the Securities and Exchange Board of India. Correct option is D. Tuhin Kanta Pandey. Anthony Albanese has been re-elected as Prime Minister of which country? Right option is A. Australia, who has become the head of the National Security Advisory Board. Right option is B. Alok Joshi, who has been reappointed as the chairman of Yes Bank by Reserve Bank of India. Correct option is A. Rama Subramaniam Gandhi, who has been appointed as the chairman and managing director of the Food Corporation of India. Right option is B. Ashutosh Agnihotri, who has been appointed as the 9th chairperson of the National Commission for Women by the Union Government. Right option is D. Vijaya Kishore Rahatkar, who are currently serving as the Deputy Governor of Reserve Bank of India. Correct option is E. All of the above, T. Ravi Shankar, Poonam Gupta, Swaminathan Janakiraman, and M. Rajeshwar Rao, who has been elected as the new president of the Athletics Federation of India. Correct option is A. Bahadur Singh Sagu, who has recently assumed the position of Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of Indian Bank. Correct option is B. Binod Kumar, who has recently taken charge as the Election Commissioner of India on 19 January. Right option is C. Vivek Joshi, who has been appointed as the Secretary General of the Indian Ocean Rim Association. Right option is A. Sanjeev Ranjan, who was recently appointed as India's new Finance Secretary of India. Correct option is D. Ajay Seth, who has become the first woman and the first African to be elected as President of International Olympic Committee. Correct option is C. Kirsty Coventry, who has been appointed as the Director General of the National Security Guard. Right option is A. B. Srinivasan, who has been appointed the Chairman of the International Cricket Council. Right option is C. Jay Shah, who has recently been elected for a third consecutive term as President of the Boxing Federation of India? Correct option is D. Ajay Singh. Who has been appointed as the chairperson of the 23rd Law Commission of India? Correct option is A. Justice Dinesh Maheshwari. Who took charge as the CEO of Unique Identification Authority of India on 1st January? Correct option is B. Bhuvnesh Kumar. Who has been appointed as the new Chief Justice of Delhi High Court? Correct option is A. Justice Devendra Kumar Upadhyay. Who has been appointed as the Director General of the Narcotics Control Bureau? Right option is B. Anurag Garg. Who has been appointed as the Director General of Central Reserve Police Force? Right option is C. Gyanendra Pratap Singh. Who has been recently appointed as the Chairman of the National Medical Commission? Correct option B. Dr. Abhijat Sheth. Who has been appointed as the Director General of Sashastra Seema Bal? Correct option is A. Sanjay Singh. Lawrence Wong has won the election for Prime Minister of which country? Correct option is D. Singapore. Who is the current Director General of the Border Security Force? Correct option is B. Daljit Singh Chaudhary. Who has been appointed as the Director of the Enforcement Directorate? Right option is C. Rahul Naveen. Who has been appointed as the Chairman of Airports Authority of India? Right option is A. Vipin Kumar. Who is the current CEO of Niti Aayog, whose tenure was extended by 1 year in February? Right option is C. BVR Subramaniam. Who has taken over as the Defence Secretary of India? Correct option is D. Rajesh Kumar Singh. Who has become the first Chief Minister of Union Territory Jammu and Kashmir after presidential rule? Correct option is A. Omar Abdullah. Who has been re-elected as the President of the Kho-Kho Federation of India? Right option is B. Sudhanshu Mittal. Who was appointed the Chief of National Crime Records Bureau? Correct option is C. Alok Ranjan. Who has taken over as the new Chairperson of Tata Trusts? Correct option is B. Noel Tata. Who was sworn in as the 47th President of the United States on 20th January? Right option is C. Donald Trump. Who is currently appointed as per Director General of National Investigation Agency? Right option is A. Sadanand Vasant. Who is currently appointed as the 28th Chief of the Air Staff? Correct option is D. Amarpreet Singh. Which space rocket was used to place the Nisar satellite into space in July? Correct option is A. GSLV F-16. The Nisar satellite mission is a joint mission between which two countries? Right option is C. India and USA. Which two radar bands are used in the Nisar satellite and which countries developed them? Correct option is C. L-band by USA, S-band by India. Which country launched the world's first methane-fueled rocket into space? Right option is B. China. Who became the first Indian to visit the International Space Station in June? Correct option is D. Shubhanshu Shukla. How many days did Shubhanshu Shukla spend on the ISS during the Axiom 4 mission? Correct option is C. 18 days. Which seeds were germinated by ISRO in space under its CROPS experiment? Right option is A. Black-eyed pea. Which rocket was used by ISRO to launch its first space docking mission, SpaceX? Correct option is B. PSLV C-60. Which two satellites involved in the India's first space docking mission under SpaceX? Right option is C. SDX-01 and SDX-02. Which Indian origin astronaut has set a new record for the longest time spent in space? Correct option is A. Sunita Williams. Which spacecraft brought Sunita Williams back to Earth from the International Space Station in March? Correct option is D. SpaceX Crew Dragon. How many days did Sunita Williams spend on her recent mission on the International Space Station? Right option is C. 286 days. Recently, how many new moons have been discovered around Saturn, raising its total moon count to 274? Right option is B. 128 new moons. What is the name of the mission launched by ISRO to study the Sun? Correct option is C. Aditya L1 mission. Which vehicle was used by ISRO to launch the Earth observation satellite EOS-08? Correct option is B. SSLV-D3. Whereas ISRO Chairman V. Narayanan recently inaugurated Ramkrishnan Thermal Research Center? Correct option is C. IIT Madras. Recently, which country has launched its first space agency, Korea Aerospace Administration? Correct option is B. South Korea. Which private space company launched the Fram-2 mission to study the Earth's polar region? Right option is D. SpaceX. The Chandrayaan-5 or LUPEX mission is a joint lunar exploration initiative between India and which other country? Right option is B. Japan. Which Indian communication satellite was launched by SpaceX's Falcon 9 rocket? Correct option is C. GSAT-20. Who has recently created oxygen in space using artificial photosynthesis? Correct option is C. China. Which space agency has launched the Sphere-X Space Telescope to map the universe's cosmic glow? Correct option is A. NASA. Where was India's first National Space Day officially celebrated? Correct option is B. On 23rd August 2024. Which rocket was used by ISRO to launch the European Space Agency's Probe 3 spacecraft? Right option is B. PSLV C-59. Which rocket was used in 100th satellite launch of ISRO from Sriharikota? Correct option is D. GSLV F-15. Which satellite was launched by ISRO using the GSLV F-15 rocket in January? Correct option is C. NVS-02. Which state government has recently announced plans to launch its own satellite? Right option is A. Assam. Which space agency launched the lunar satellite to detect and map water on the moon? Right option is B. NASA. Which country is going to build the world's first deep-water space station? Correct option is C. China. Recently, which country's private company's lander Blue Ghost has landed on the moon? Correct option is D. America. Which country is leading the Artificial Sun Project East recently in the news? Correct option is C. China. What is a protoster that was recently seen in news? Right option is an early stage in star formation. Who have recently developed an indigenous semiconductor chip named Iris for space applications? Correct option is C. ISRO and IIT Madras. By which year ISRO is set to launch the 3 navigation satellite NVS-03, NVS-04 and NVS-05? Right option is C. 2026. In which Indian state is the Satyendra Nath Bose Astronomical Observatory established in January? Right option is B. West Bengal. Who recently received approval to launch India's first private satellite broadband service? Correct option is A. Anant Tech. Elon Musk's SpaceX has launched a satellite service under which name for high-speed internet? Correct option is A. Starlink. What is the country's most advanced weather satellite recently launched by ISRO? Correct option is D. INSAT 3DS. Where has the world's highest astronomical observatory been recently inaugurated? Right option is C. Atacama Desert of Chile. Recently, ISRO successfully conducted a model rocket launch test for the first time in which Indian state? Right option is B. Uttar Pradesh. Which country launched the world's first wooden satellite, LignoSat, using SpaceX's rocket? Correct option is C. Japan. Which country has launched the navigation satellite Michibiki 6 in February? Correct option is B. Japan. Which country has recently become the 54th nation to sign NASA's Artemis Accords? Right option is B. Bangladesh. Which organization has developed the world's largest 10-ton vertical planetary mixer for making solid propellants of rockets? Correct option is C. ISRO. Who won the Men's Hockey Asia Cup 2025 by defeating South Korea? Correct option is D. India. Where was the world's first World Humanoid Robot Games 2025 organized in August? Correct option is B. Beijing, China. Which football team won the 134th Durand Cup 2025? Correct option is C. Northeast United Football Club. Which team won the Indian Premier League 2025 by defeating Punjab Kings? Correct option is C. Royal Challengers Bengaluru. Which state topped the medal tally at the first Khelo India Water Sports Festival 2025? Correct option is D. Madhya Pradesh. Who has become the first Indian woman cricketer to score centuries in all 3 international formats? Correct option is A. Smriti Mandhana. Which state topped the medal tally in 7th Khelo India Youth Games 2025? Correct option is B. Maharashtra. Which country topped the medal tally at the 25th Commonwealth Senior Weightlifting Championship 2025? Correct option is B. India. Which country won the ICC Champions Trophy 2025 recently? Correct option is A. India. Which 2 Indian cricket players recently announced their retirement from Test cricket in May? Correct option is C. Both A and B. Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli. Who won the title at the first Chess Esports World Cup 2025? Correct option is D. Magnus Carlsen. Which country recently won the ICC World Test Championship 2025 by defeating Australia? Correct option is B. South Africa. Which country won both the Men's and Women's Kabaddi World Cup 2025 by defeating England? Correct option is A. India. Which football team won the SAFF Men's Under-19 Championship 2025 by defeating Bangladesh? Correct option is C. India. Who has topped the medal tally in the Khelo India Para Games 2025? Correct option is B. Haryana. Who has become the youngest World Chess Champion 2024 by defeating Ding Liren? Correct option is D. D. Gukesh. Who has recently become the 89th Chess Grandmaster of India? Correct option is A. Rohit Krishna. Who recently won the men's singles title at the Italian Open 2025 in May for the first time? Correct option is B. Carlos Alcaraz. How many medals did India win at the Asian Under-19 and Under-22 Boxing Championship 2025? Correct option is D. 27 medals. Which team won the Women's Premier League 2025 title? Correct option is C. Mumbai Indians. Which country secured the highest number of gold medals at the second Asian Yogasana Sport Championship held in New Delhi? Correct option is A. India. Who has topped the medal tally of 38th National Games 2025 held in February? Correct option is C. Services Sports Control Board. Which Indian hockey player and two-time Olympic medalist recently announced his retirement from international hockey? Correct option is B. Lalit Upadhyay. Which state won the 15th Hockey Senior Men's National Championship Trophy 2025 by defeating Madhya Pradesh? Correct option is B. Punjab. Which team won the 15th Hockey Senior Women's National Championship 2025? Correct option is D. Hockey Jharkhand. Which team won the title Ranji Trophy 2024-25 recently? Correct option is A. Vidarbh. Who has recently become the first Indian player to reach the final of the FIDE Women's World Cup? Correct option is A. Divya Deshmukh. What is the rank of India at the 66th International Mathematical Olympiad 2025? Correct option is C. 7th. Which country won the 2025 SAFF Under-17 Women's Championship? Correct option is C. India. Which team won the both men's and women's titles at the Kho-Kho World Cup 2025 by defeating Nepal? Correct option is B. India. Which team won the men's Hockey India League 2024-25? Correct option is A. Bengal Tigers. Which team won the title of Women's Hockey India League 2024-25 recently? Correct option is C. Odisha Warriors. How many medals has India won in the Asian Wrestling Championship 2025? Correct option is B. 10 medals. Aditi Chauhan, who recently announced her retirement, was associated with which sport? Correct option is B. Football. Who has been awarded the hosting rights for the next 3 World Test Championship finals? Correct option is D. England and Wales Cricket Board. How many medals did India win at the 6th Asian Under-18 Athletics Championships 2025? Correct option is A. 11 medals. Who has topped the Khelo India Winter Games 2025 medal tally? Correct option is A. Indian Army. Which team won the Santosh Trophy 2024-25 final by defeating Kerala? Correct option is D. West Bengal. Who won the Asian Snooker Championship 2025 mains title? Correct option is B. Pankaj Advani. Who has been appointed as the chairman of the International Cricket Council? Correct option is D. Jai Shah. Who has won the title of the 3rd Sabha Women's Championship 2025? Correct option is B. India. Who has recently won the men's Hockey India Masters Cup 2025? Correct option is C. Tamil Nadu. Who has recently won the Women's Hockey India Masters Cup 2025? Correct option is B. Odisha. Who won the Wimbledon 2025 men's singles title? Correct option is C. Jannik Sinner. Who has become the 87th Chess Grandmaster of India recently? Correct option is B. Hari Krishnan. Which country won the 11th men's Hockey Junior Asia Cup 2024 by defeating Pakistan? Correct option is D. India. Who has recently won the title of Tata Steel Chess Masters 2025? Correct option is B. R. Pragnanandha. Which cricket team won the ICC Under-19 Women's T20 World Cup 2025 by defeating South Africa? Correct option is D, India. Which country will host the FIDE Chess World Cup 2025? Correct option is A, India. Who won the men's singles title at the 2025 Senior National Table Tennis Championships? Correct option is B, Manush Shah. Who won the women's singles title at the 2025 Senior National Table Tennis Championships? Correct option is C, Diya Chitle. Which team won the Vijay Hazare Trophy 2024-25 final? Correct option is B, Karnataka. Who won the men's singles title in both Australia Open and US Open 2024? Correct option is A, Jannik Sinner. How many medals India won at the FISU World University Games 2025 held in Germany? Correct option is C, 12 medals. Which state will host the 39th session of the National Games 2026? Correct option is A, Meghalaya. Which team won the 53rd Senior National Men's Handball Championship for the first time recently? Correct option is B, Kerala. How many medals has India won in the Para Archery Asia Cup World Ranking Competition 2025? Correct option is D, 12 medals. Which hockey team won the both men's and women's Asian Champions Trophy 2024 title by defeating China in the final? Correct option is C, India. Which state won the 14th Senior National Hockey Championship? Correct option is A, Odisha. Which country won the Asian Women's Kabaddi Championship 2025? Correct option is A, India. Which football team won the 2024 SAFF Men's Under-17 Championship by defeating Bangladesh? Correct option is B, India. Which cricket team won the Women's T20 Cup 2024 by beating India? Correct option is C, Sri Lanka. Who has topped the medal tally in the Khelo India Para Games 2025 held in New Delhi? Correct option is B, Haryana. Who has been appointed the head coach of the senior men's national football team in August? Correct option is B, Khalid Jamil. Who has topped the medal table in World Para Athletics Grand Prix 2025? Correct option is A, India. Which country won the men's Hockey Junior Asia Cup 2024 by beating Pakistan? Correct option is D, India. Which state has become the first to start Rural Cricket League? Correct option is A, Bihar. Which country will host the 2025 FIDE Chess World Cup? Correct option is C, India.